Hello, I'm Mayor Phil Goode with your weekly update. The most important update in our community was the announcement last Friday afternoon of an agreement between YRMC Dignity Health and Blue Cross Blue Shield to restore in-network coverage to residents covered under BCBS health plans. This breakthrough was announced jointly by YRMC Dignity CEO Dr. Anthony Torres and BCBS Chief Medical Officer Dr. Kara Christ. The on-again, off-again contract negotiations over the past few months were causing a great concern in the community, and I have been working diligently in the background with all of our local, county, and state elected officials, and even with U.S. Senators Mark Kelly, Kyrsten Sinema, along with U.S. Congressman Eli Crane, to create a unified front of political leaders supporting these efforts. This is a 3-year contract that is retroactive to April 1st, 2023, and we sincerely hope this new agreement will restore and possibly expand many of the programs that had been canceled or suspended during this difficult period. I want to express my thanks to both teams for their efforts to successfully secure these essential healthcare delivery services. Moving on to local issues, the city's Granite Creek corridor improvements are moving toward a conclusion. This project has taken almost 4 years to complete. Back in 2019, staff identified an opportunity to enhance one of Prescott's great natural assets, Granite Creek and the associated trail running alongside. Over the years, the creek is falling into disarray with encroachment from urban development, non-native species growing on the banks, and general deterioration of the banks and the water flow. In addition, the trail gained a reputation as being unsafe and unclean. Most citizens said they generally avoided the trail. Knowing all of this, Council formed a committee consisting of citizens and staff to seek local feedback, after which a master plan was created to guide the project. The master plan document shared long-term goals for the corridor: clean up and restore the beauty and native landscape, improve the usability of the trail in the downtown corridor, improve opportunities for interpretation of Prescott history, and reduce the risk of flooding conditions for properties along the creek. Amenities such as lights, benches, and an ADA accessible entrance are part of the plan to make this a safe and accessible trail. The improvements begin at Aubrey Street to the south, going north to end in Granite Creek Park. The total budget for the project was set at just over $3 million and was funded primarily through grants, private donations, and a modest amount of city funds. Work continues and is expected to be completed by summer. In my opinion, once completed, this 1-mile stretch along the Granite Creek will provide a scenic, safe, and accessible trail for citizens and visitors. I look forward to introducing it to you once completed. During the study session, Council was provided an update on commercial air service at the Prescott Airport. There is a pilot shortage that is affecting all airlines in the country. This pilot shortage is constraining flight services and expansion. Regional carriers have been hit the hardest. As the presenter Mike Mooney of Voltaire Aviation emphasized, quote, "The pilot's shortage drives every airline route decision," unquote. This will affect Prescott's essential air service, also known as EAS. Prescott is one of the largest in passenger volume of all EAS cities. However, it is unlikely that SkyWest will continue to offer 50-seat regional jets, going to a 30-seat aircraft instead. Although the city is actively recruiting other carriers to make proposals, there are few options available. The goal, which we consider to be essential, is to retain regional jet service. The current contract for SkyWest service expires on August 31st, 2023. The Department of Transportation has issued a request for proposals for the Prescott Regional Airport The bids are due in late May. Since the Department of Transportation is backlogged with bid cycles, SkyWest will likely be held to the current contract until the 2023 bid cycle process has been completed. If a new carrier is chosen, it's not expected to start before the end of the year. Retaining long-term regional jet service will require a longer runway to eliminate ongoing heat-related issues and allow for the efficient operation of the new generation of slightly larger 70-seat regional jets. We will all be watching for further developments. I encourage you to watch the city's study session from last Tuesday, April 25th. The link is below. During the voting meeting, I'm pleased to report that Council voted unanimously to rename the no-name creek to Elizabeth Creek in honor of Elizabeth Ruffner. Elizabeth moved to Prescott in 1940 and immediately immersed herself into the community, helping to establish the community hospital, the Prescott Public Library, the Yavapai Heritage Foundation, and the first historical preservation district in the state. Her efforts to enrich the city of Prescott continued until she passed away. When I was elected to the City Council over 5 years ago, Elizabeth was sitting in the council chambers. She looked at me and said, "You better protect my city." I answered the only way I could and said, "Yes, ma'am." This was a vote that made my day. I'm so pleased that we are able to rename the creek in Elizabeth's honor. Like most of you, the City of Prescott has been experiencing a great deal of malicious email spam in the last 6 months. To address this situation, the city has purchased additional security software, the importance of which was necessitated by evolving trends in the cybersecurity landscape. Cybersecurity will become increasingly important to all of us as we continue to work on our computers, navigate the internet, and communicate to friends and colleagues. Even individuals should make sure they include smart cybersecurity measures with their devices. I'm Mayor Phil Goode. This has been your weekly update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.